Have you ever dreamed of starting your own business, becoming your own boss, and through your business, contributing and giving back to the society? This topic is for you then because we'll be talking about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is used to describe a dynamic, creative, risk-taking behavior that results in new opportunities created for individuals and organizations. An entrepreneur creates a new enterprise, opportunity, or business venture. They play a big role in bringing many innovative and useful products and services into the marketplace. There are different types of entrepreneurs. Some example is technopreneurs, who are involved in highly technology industries, social entrepreneurs who run organizations based on community needs rather than profit, and intrapreneurs who innovate for change from within large organizations, which we will talk about more later on. How do we know if someone is an entrepreneur? They tend to share common characteristics. Firstly, entrepreneurs have an internal locus of control where they are self-directing and autonomous. They also have high levels of energy to be persistent and hardworking to take the extra mile in order to succeed. They are risk takers and they are also prepared to tolerate situations that are uncertain. They are self-confident, action-oriented, and opportunities takers. Entrepreneurship comes in many forms, whether big or small businesses. In fact, many started from small businesses. Based on statistics, only 50% of all new businesses survive the first 3 years of operations. The main reason of this high failure rate is due to weak managerial and business skills. Therefore, this presentation aims to discuss about a few significant management developments that may play a role in successful entrepreneurship. These developments and practices are the use of technology, business planning, optimized talent management, government involvement, and intrapreneurship. Technology is evident and the impact of it in our daily life has grown rapidly over the past decade. Whether it's laptops or cell phones, technology makes us connected with the world around us and works as a portal to huge amount of knowledge which can be accessed easily. It's a professional business person's responsibility to know how to use information and technology to their advantage. This is critically important to internalize because the sooner you use the available technology to your advantage, the sooner you will beat your competitors in growing businesses. Technology plays a wide role in enterprise in many ways. Firstly, communication. Efficient communication is very important to allow accurate flow of information in a business. Technology provides different channels to communicate both internally and externally, whether it's setting up a workplace where employees can contact and develop ideas or connecting to an international business through the use of video conferencing. Technology can be used as an outlet which helps business to collect the feedback from their customers and to improve or make an appropriate product according to the needs of consumers in a better way. Besides, this technology poses a better communication among colleagues, customers, and other members related to the business. Next, research and development. Businesses can research the whole market by the use of secondary data, mainly with the help of technology. It provides the company with its in-depth knowledge about the business world before penetrating different markets, so it seems quite beneficial. With the help of secondary research, a company can use technology to conduct primary research in addition to using online surveys and customer feedbacks. Next is web-based advertising. Another use of technology is advertising to masses of people around the world, just at a click of a button. Web-based advertising consists of websites and social media such as Facebook and YouTube, providing an easy way to build a business. It is always thought that technology is about electronic devices like computers, software, and web applications. But it is suggested that smart entrepreneurs look at technology in any form they like, as a means to an end, and not an end to itself. In context to ascertain which technology will balance with entrepreneurs' goal, entrepreneurs should have a very open and inquisitive approach towards technology. For instance, Uber, a car service founded by entrepreneurs from San Francisco. Since 2009, the taxi booking startup has grown rapidly into an international transportation network company, and technology is the key element behind its success. Its iOS app used the core location framework to geolocate a user's device. Finally, it has become clear that technology plays a prominent role in business growth and being competitive in the market. So technology can be called a main character in entrepreneurship and makes it more profitable and possible for entrepreneurs to start their own business. Next, we'll talk about business planning. A business plan is a blueprint and a valuable tool to help guide and manage a business towards success. It encompasses the creative development of a business opportunity where the objective is to enhance the venture's market performance in terms of both survival and monetary income. So why is it essential? In accordance with the classical theory of management, the underlying assumption of any business plan is that entrepreneurs are rational and need a roadmap. This is because they have limited information processing capacity and are unaware of alternatives or consequences in advance, use heuristics, and choose satisfying alternatives. Another key reason for preparing business plans is to get business financing, as banks want to see a strategy before they lend money or invest in a new venture. What does it encompass? There is no single template that outlines a business plan. However, it generally constitutes an executive summary, industry analysis, a description of products and services, operations market strategy, and capital needs, among others. A good business plan also comprises a mission statement, which highlights a firm's present and future goals, communicates its purpose, and focuses on crucial aspects of the firm, such as its people, service, capacity, technology, and support system. The cost. Nevertheless, planning requires time, effort, and money, which result in direct cash-based accounting costs. Firstly, since planning activities take up time, the project may be delayed, causing interest expenses and a decline in the present value of the future receipts. Secondly, market conditions could change during the planning process, reducing the expected receipts. Thirdly, planning might entail fixed costs, for example, necessity of basic planning materials such as books, spreadsheets, templates, checklists, and etc. It is also plausible to assume that costs may increase with the quality of planning. However, entrepreneurs who do not use bank debt financing may not even need a business plan. Some also believe that having massive experience in a particular venture may render a business plan inept. Other enterprises may not conceive a business plan if the venture is too simple and small to warrant a business plan. Hence, planning is only performed if its benefits outweigh the cost of money, time, as well as resources. We'll move on to talent optimization. The talent are the people who work in organization. They are the intellectual capacity of the organization. Companies that are engaged in talent management are strategic and deliberate in how they source, select, train, develop, and retain employees through the organization. Talent optimization is more than just a singular focus on the talent itself. It is also have an equivalent focus on organizational culture. For this reason, the definition of talent optimization is the processes and cultural activities associated with attracting, hiring, equipping, and continually motivating an organization's people to increase individual and organizational performance. The best talent management strategies focuses on optimization and not just the status quo or incremental improvement. It also focuses on both attracting the best people as well as supporting them to reach their full potential. Talent optimization requires the core components of talent optimization include strategic people planning, which is system thinking, where you determine the purpose, you seek to close the talent gap, and you plan for continuous improvement of organizational culture. Talent acquisition plan focuses on acquisition and integrating it. The first step is to verify what level of expertise and experience that's required, and the next is to determine the source of candidate from pools, whether from internal employees, external candidates, or offshore candidates. People engagement and development plan is where organizations must understand each person's capabilities as it relates to the core needs that's identified in strategic workforce planning. It is also setting up activities and tasks that will promote integration into the cultural environment and the job at hand. An example is onboarding. Onboarding includes the process of getting new people and the organization acquainted, aligned, and performing to the point where contributions are meaningful and sustainable. An example of talent optimization is Facebook. The core culture of Facebook is to be bold and take risks. Most corporate cultures are risk adverse and in many cases to the point where everyone is afraid to fail. However, Facebook's culture encourages bold decision making and risk taking. Their 6-week boot camp is also different to the usual boring one-day exercise. During this time, a mentor is assigned to each new talent to develop and support them. Employee also has a choice to work at whichever team they choose, and this has enabled them to fully utilize their capabilities.
Governments around the world seek to support entrepreneurship, yet the justification for such intervention varies. Some governments support entrepreneurship as a means to create jobs. Others support entrepreneurship as a means to create competition in markets. Whatever the reason, governments divert substantial resources into encouraging and supporting entrepreneurs. The Australian government encourages innovation and growth through the Entrepreneurs Program, as well as its tax incentives for research and development. The Entrepreneurs Program is the flagship initiative for business competitiveness and productivity and supports businesses through 3 mechanisms: accelerating commercialization by helping entrepreneurs commercialize novel services and processes, business management through experienced business advisors reviewing business operations, and innovation connections to help identify knowledge gaps that are preventing businesses from growing. Research and development is an important business function in an organisation functional strategy. The tax incentives for research and development aim to boost competitiveness and improve productivity across the Australian economy, encourage industry to conduct research and development, provide business with more predictable, less complex support, and improve the incentive for smaller firms to engage in research and development. Some governments attempt to stimulate entrepreneurship among their often socially marginalised Indigenous populations in order to create employment. This is done through business grants, financial subsidies, awards and other types of recognition, tax incentives, joint ventures, and the provision of technical and management training. An example of this is the current Australian government. Earlier this year, the Coalition announced that if re-elected, the Turnbull government would pledge a $115 million Indigenous Entrepreneurs Package, $90 million of which will go to an Indigenous Entrepreneurs Fund to provide grants to new and growing businesses for infrastructure. The emphasis in encouraging the Indigenous population is shown through the difference in available government grants. According to AustralianGovernmentGrants.org, regardless of gender, an unemployed Aboriginal person wanting to start a new business in Western Australia in the consumer products, personal services, retail and wholesale industries can qualify for government grants of up to $50,000 more than an unemployed non-Aboriginal person with the same business ambitions. Moving on to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship has developed over time to become an almost required way of thinking to be successful in business. The common entrepreneurial characteristics of being self-confident, action-oriented, motivated towards achievement are not solely focused towards the formation of small business and new ventures. These skills and this entrepreneurial spirit is now required for larger enterprises to be successful. This brings to light the concept of entrepreneurship, defined as entrepreneurial behaviour displayed by people or subunits within large organisations. Encouraging workers to be creative and innovative and assume risk leads to high performance and the continued growth of organisations by turning ideas into profitable products and services. The emphasis of entrepreneurship in large business has reached a point where small teams or subunits, commonly known as innovation groups, are established in a unique setting within the organisation. These groups are encouraged to be highly creative and can operate without the normal restrictions of the organisation. Some companies worry about the risks of encouraging entrepreneurship as it can lead to the entrepreneur taking their idea outside of the organisation to start a new venture on their own. That said, people who are encouraged and given the freedom to think creatively are likely to remain loyal to the parent company due to their high level of job satisfaction. One example of very successful entrepreneurship is when a relatively junior Sony employee tinkered with his daughter's Nintendo to make it more powerful and user-friendly. The result was the Sony PlayStation, showing how having employees who think innovatively and allowing them to do so can lead to further success for larger business. Other examples include Google's Gmail, the like button on Facebook, and the Apple Macintosh computer. In conclusion, entrepreneurship no longer only applies to people who want to start their own business. It has grown to a point where entrepreneurial thinking is an important part of all enterprises if they want to be successful. Innovation is a requirement for continued growth, and without this entrepreneurial spirit within businesses, people will not create new products and services to maintain competitiveness. As technology continues to evolve, people and businesses need to evolve with it to take advantage of the opportunities these technological advances provide. Entrepreneurs entering into new ventures need to use technology to their advantage and should spend time setting out a plan for their venture. These entrepreneurs need to find the right people to support their businesses to ensure optimum organisational performance. Government support should be used to the entrepreneur's advantage, as many governments view entrepreneurial ventures very highly. Finally, the entrepreneurial mindset should be present at every level of business to ensure continued growth. Thank you for your attention. Hope you will have a good day.